Pokemon Nuzlocke are the pinnacle of Pokemon challenges, and Pixelmon is Pokemon in Minecraft. Combine the two and you get one of the hardest challenges I've ever attempted. To make it possible, I'll be playing on the sponsor of today's video, Anubis MC. I'll be playing on the Oasis realm, and if you join and play yourself, you can use the /partner redeem special command to get some free stuff. This server is the backbone of my Nuzlocke because it has 18 custom gyms. These are entirely handmade and have insanely strong competitive teams. My goal is to beat 8 of them. In a Pokemon game, you usually have 8 gyms, so if I could beat 8 of these super hard gyms in a challenge where my Pokemon can die, I'd consider that a win. Like all Nuzlockes, I started the journey off by picking my starter. This server has custom starters, and I chose this Axew, which I later named Reginald. After exploring the server a little bit, I decided on how I was going to handle encounters. Basically, each Minecraft biome would be considered a route/area, and I would also count each of the server's warps as a different area too. I would just catch the first Pokemon that I see, and that would be my encounter. Also, it's one encounter per biome in general, so if I get an encounter in one plains biome, I cannot get an encounter in a different plains biome. And speaking of plains biome, my plains encounter was a Mareep. There were much worse options, so I'll take it. I threw one Pokeball and caught the Mareep. And then I learned that I could link my Discord to the server and get a free shiny Pokemon. And who doesn't want a free shiny? I linked it and I was given a free shiny Swirlix. Could have been better, but in this Nuzlocke, I'll take what I can get. Linking my Discord also got me this super drippy sombrero hat. Look at me, I look sick. My only real goal right now is to get as many encounters as possible so I could actually stand a chance in battle, so I went to the nearby taiga, where unfortunately, the first Pokemon that I saw was Kakuna. But unlike modern Pokemon games, Pixelmon has Mega Evolution. That means this future Beedrill has insane potential and could very well be one of my strongest Pokemon. I paralyzed it with my currently unnamed Mareep, and then I caught it in a netball. And immediately after, I found something that sort of made me question the encounter rules. Wait, no! Wait, can I catch that? Can I run a shiny claws? It's not even a shiny. Bruh, it's a pink Weedle. Okay, so this Weedle is not shiny, it's just pink. But what I decided to do is, because my encounter in the taiga was the same species anyways, I just caught the pink Weedle and replaced the Kakuna that I caught. I think that's very fair because it's pink. Of course I want to use it. Next, in a river biome, I caught a Goldeen. Unironically, probably the worst encounter that I've gotten so far, but I can make it work. But oh, it did not stay the worst for long because my forest biome encounter was a Poochyena. Yikes. Now it was about time I named my Pokemon. It's technically a rule of Nuzlocke, and I may have forgotten, but now I remembered. I had Reginald the Axew, Kevin the Mareep, McDonald the Swirlix, Wee Rat the Poochyena. Yeah, I don't know about that one. And then I had Diva the Pink Weedle and Noodle the Goldeen. I checked out my Pokemon stats and stuff to see what I was working with, and most were whatever, but Kevin was a modest nature. That's literally perfect for Ampharos, and like I said, there are Megas, so Kevin has a lot of potential. I was looking through all the warps to try and find a place to train when I saw the Warp Oasis Hunt. This is a scavenger hunt of sorts where I have to find all these Tapu Fini statues, and in exchange to get a free shiny Pokemon. Once again, who doesn't want a free shiny? Funny enough, the first step actually took me to warp training, which is what I was trying to find in the first place. Nice. This scavenger hunt was actually a tutorial of sorts. It guided me through all the server's essentials, and all I had to do was find Tapu Fini in each area. First was level training, then the Pokemon Center, the EV training, warp move tutors, and the clue 5 was warp wilds. Like I mentioned before, any structured server warp that had Pokemon spawns I would consider a separate encounter, and my encounter just so happened to be a level 15 Clefairy. That was an insane pickup. Clefable is famously very good, and I will definitely take it. The next step on this shiny Pokemon scavenger hunt was the Nether. The Nether is home to lots of fire types, some dark types, ghost types, and the one that I got was Houndour. Another potential Mega Evolution and just a solid Pokemon. It was kind of a tough catch though. It took a few Pokeballs and it poisoned a Noodle with Smog, but I paralyzed it with Kevin and I captured Houndour. But wait. No, surely not. I don't know about that, man. Show you my Pokemon, brother, on the side of the screen. Wait, what? No, what? I didn't know poison did damage out of... Oh. The first death is always the hardest. On the bright side, I would never make a mistake like that again, but man. I laid Noodle to rest and added Neospace the Clefairy to the team, and replaced Wee Rat with Cerberus the Houndour. Next up on our road to a free shiny was Warp Ultra Space, where I caught a Rattata named Rat Girl. Now, I love Raticate, but it's not really a good Pokemon. Next, the Tapu Fini shiny Pokemon hunt thing took me to a bunch of different gyms. Not all of them, but a few. Gyms, of course, are server warps, and they even have custom spawners. I got a Shuppet at the Ghost Gym, and then at the Ice/Water Gym, because yes, there are dual type gyms, I got a Cryogonal encounter. I took a quick pause in the hunt here because I remembered a feature of the server, Wonder Trade. I could trade away one of my Pokemon to get a random Pokemon from the current Wonder Trade pool, and unfortunately, it was time to say goodbye to Wee Rat. I got a Master Ball level 34 Bruxish. That's useful. Check it out. Okay, a Bruxish is incredibly ugly and not that good, but it was level 34, and that would help a lot with training. Okay, back to my encounters during the shiny hunt. I got a Nickit at the Dark Flying Gym, and then comes my encounter at the Fire Gym, a Ponyta. I think it'll live in Astonish. So it didn't. Listen, I don't think I'm in the wrong for thinking an Astonish wouldn't kill, okay? That's reasonable, that move sucks. Regardless, that was my Fire Gym encounter, so rip. It was also the last encounter of the Tapu Fini hunt, and I got my shiny key. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. I will take that. I saw some much cooler options go by, but I'll take a Pyroar. Yeah, so that makes up for killing the fire type encounter, right? I tried to put together a decent team right now, but I don't really have the best options. I wanted to focus on the bug type gym first. Bug types are generally weak and easy, and I wanted to get encounters to help make sure that I win. I, for some reason, got a Bergmite at the Dragon Fire Gym, then I got a Gligar from the Flying Gym, and Aeron from the Rock Ghost Gym. I felt like I could now form a decent enough team to beat some bugs. Also, I named my shiny Pyroar Pidgeot because, you know. Now I needed to train my team, but without an EXP all, it would take ages. I could buy an EXP all in the server's player shop for $15,000, but I only had 3,500 right now. I looked at the server quests and decided that 5 evolutions would be easy enough to do, so I added a bunch of unevolved stuff to my team and began traveling the overworld. I trained on whatever pizza the Bruxish could be easily, and literally within one battle, a Diva evolved into a pink Kakuna. Of course, I did get encounters while doing this, like a Vanillite in a Tundra and this young goose in a birch forest. I'm gonna quickly do this. Oh, this might have stakeout. Please don't upload it. No, dude, just stay in the stupid ball. Yet another death. Haven't even done a gym yet, and I've already lost 2 Pokemon. And this one was to an encounter, a Pokemon that I had to catch and use. Needless to say, I named it Murderer, but I was so excited for Mega Beedrill, and now I just won't get to use it. I went back to Adventuring and got some encounters like Roly-Poly and Durant, and then one of them was a level 45 Metachamp. Warp training has a ton of normal types, so a fighting type would be crucial to grinding my team up. I literally used a Master Ball on it because it was just that important. I took Feet Picks the Metachamp to Warp training and got tons of evolutions by just switch training my team. It did not take long for me to finish that quest and get $10,000. I also got some voting keys from that quest, which got me some Pokeballs and 4 Life Orbs. That is one of the best held items in competitive Pokemon, and I already had more than I would ever use. I still needed over $1,000 to get my EXP all, so I started doing this quest to plant trees. I got my saplings and bone meal, and then I teleported into the wilderness to plant them. But in doing so, I got my Savannah encounter. I guess it's half. No, that's that was the first one that I saw. Oh, I love him. I love Dodrio, and to get a pink one as my first encounter, amazing. I did my tree quest and I was finally able to purchase an EXP all. It was time to prepare for the bug type gym. My first gym of the Nuzlocke. All of gyms are level 100, so I would also need to be level 100 or I'm just asking to lose. To save a bit of time, the server staff hooked me up with the Donator rank level grinder. This would just help me prepare for the gyms a little bit faster. I trained up the squad that I wanted to beat the bug gym with. Reginald, my starter Haxorus, Fried Chicken, the Agron, Flamigo, the Pink Dodrio, Pidgeot, the Shiny Pyroar, Cerberus, the Houndoom, and a Gligar that I hadn't named yet. But I had the item to evolve Gligar into Gliscor. It just had to be nighttime so I could evolve it. And while waiting for nighttime, I was invited to my first Dynamax raid against this gigantic Vibrava. Honestly, the raid was a bit chaotic and hard to tell what was going on, but luckily the others doing the raid kind of just carried me with their Zamazenta and Rayquaza. I really could have lost my Gligar there, but I didn't. When the raid ended, I got some rewards and I threw a GS ball and caught the Vibrava. Flygon is an incredible Pokemon, so I'm glad that I got that encounter. They also invited me to a Drillbur raid right after, which I did not catch, but I did get 2 ability capsules from it, and those would be very useful. Then I evolved my Gligar into Gliscor and named it Batbird. A little on the nose, but it works. I finished grinding my team to level 100 and it was time. A squad of max leveled gods ready to put this bug type gym leader in their place. Except the gyms in the server use Smogon OU rules. That's to prevent you from cheesing them or anything, so I had to change an ability and a few moves. But now I was ready for the bug type gym. I brought all 6 of my Pokemon that I spent so long training, and it was time to see which ones lived and which ones died. I lead off with Batbird against the gym leader's Scolipede. They set up Swords Dance as I go for acrobatics and nearly one-shot them. Fortunately, Batbird is super bulky and eats the Mega Horn and takes out the Scolipede. They go Volcarona next, one of the better bug-type Pokemon, but doesn't matter, Batbird destroyed that thing one shot. Next came Vikavolt, which I hit for 75%, and then they actually killed Batbird with Bug Buzz. I was almost certain I would live that, and that loss honestly hurt pretty bad, but it was nothing compared to what was about to come. I went Pidgeot and used Flamethrower to take out Vikavolt, and that sealed my fate. The gym leader went into Crustle and clicked a quad-effective Earthquake as I swapped into Fried Chicken, one-shotting them. Under no circumstance did I expect a ground move there, but hey, what do I know? My remaining 4 Pokemon cannot touch Crustle. The only one that's not weak to rock is Reginald, but unfortunately, Reginald has the ability Rivalry. This makes it so that she deals less damage to Pokemon of the opposite gender, and of course, Crustle was male. I used Flamethrower with Cerberus, and they got one shot. I tried setting up Dragon Dance with Reginald, but the Crustle set up on me even harder with Shell Smash. Reginald lived the X-Scissor, but because of Rivalry, the Crustle survived my attack. That was it. Flamigo went down, Reginald went down, and Pidgeot went down. All 6 of these Pokemon that I brought to this battle were dead. I thought I was good. I thought my team was awesome, super good against Bug, and they were done in by a lasagna crab. Usually in a Nuzlocke, you lose the entire run if you get team wiped, but obviously on a Pixelmon server, I can't really do that, so I'll just continue on. I laid my Fallen to rest, but now a fire had been lit under me. These gyms were clearly no joke, and with my limited encounters, I wanted to beat as many as possible. I went on a journey to get every encounter I could, starting in the server's Warp Safari. This Safari Zone is divided into different biomes, and I considered each biome within the Safari as its own encounter. I got a Piloswine, a Tangela, a Grimer, a Halusha, the list goes on and on. I'm not going to go over every individual encounter, it would get way too old, but you get the idea. Of course, one of the ones that I caught was Dwebble, the pre-evolution of the Pokemon that just swept my team. How's that for irony? After the Safari, I went to all the gyms that I hadn't gotten Pokemon at and got encounters there too. I may have abused the whole first Pokemon I see thing to get a Hisuian Zorua, Ross, and Dano, but hey, that's totally within my rules. I was preparing to grind all these Pokemon off stream. Twitch.tv/Speshel_, by the way, because quite frankly, nobody wants to watch me fight Blissey for 3 hours. But I wanted to build a little house first. I like having a base of operations to store stuff, and because I actually enjoy playing on the server, I could use the house after the Nuzlocke was over. I built the house out of nether blocks, which I almost never use. I used crimson wood and blackstone bricks, and this color palette was gorgeous. And while building, I found this Starly that had a few things to say. Bro, what just happened? Also, if you maybe wanted to visit my house in the server yourself, you can join the Oasis realm and type/warp Speshel to build your house near mine. And I don't know, we can make a little city or something. I finished my house, and this is where I would store some items and put my gym badges, if I had any. I grinded all of my Pokemon to level 100 between streams, except for a few which still needed to evolve and stuff. The last thing that I wanted to do before going hard on these gyms was unlock Mega Evolution and Z moves. To do that, I had to find a Mega Boss Pokemon, which was not very easy. They're insanely rare, and even if you find one, they could still kill all of your Pokemon if you're not careful. But I wanted to find one because any extra power or options I had would be necessary to defeat these gyms. I headed to Ultra Space because it has a higher boss spawn rate and also a few more encounters like this Hisuian Quillfish. Love that Pokemon. In the midst of searching for a Mega Boss, the server began a World Boss event. I, of course, had to give it a shot, and luckily for me, it was Meowscarada, and I had a bug-type Durant named Scuttle. The way that this worked is that whoever can beat the Meowscarada in battle the most gets really good rewards. I spammed X-Scissor and one-shot this thing repeatedly and ended up getting 3rd place by 1 kill. Not bad for my first world boss. I got a great key, opened it, and I got a title. It's cool, but it doesn't really help with the Nuzlocke. Then I was back on the Mega Boss hunt for like another hour, but finally... Oh, Mega Boss! Oh, it happened. Oh, it happened. Okay, we have some water mons. We have a couple. Here we go, level 150, waterfall. Good damage. It flinched. Okay, waterfall again. Flinch. I lived the rock slide. Holy, bro, I got my Mega Ring Deathless, camera updates, and I get my Mega Ring. Let's go. Mega Evolution and Z moves unlocked Deathless. I prepared a team for the Bug-type gym once again, featuring Madge the Crustle, Rental the Colossal, Trash Compactor the Gyarados, Pizza the Bruxus, Rainbow Goldfish the Hawlucha, and Goomba the Minior. I ran around to all these different player shops, bought what health items I could afford, and it was time for the rematch. My plan was simple. All I wanted to do was set up and sweep with Gyarados, Crustle, Minior, or Hawlucha, and that didn't happen. I let Trash Compactor intimidate Scolipede and Dragon Dance as they Swords Dance. Their speed boost made them remain faster, and then they one-shot Trash Compactor with Rock Slide, and Rental with Earthquake. But then Rainbow Goldfish pulls through. The Scolipede goes for another Swords Dance, and I crit with Acrobatics, and then Rainbow Goldfish lives the Rock Slide and takes out Scolipede. That used their Citrus Berry, and now their Unburden is activated, doubling their speed. But it didn't matter because the Vikavolt ate Acrobatics like it was nothing and killed the Rainbow Goldfish. I managed to get up a Shell Smash with Madge because I have Sturdy, so I took out a Araquanid, but the gym leader had a Bullet Punch Mega Scizor. And that's all she wrote. The Mega Scizor killed the rest of my team, and I once again lost 6 Pokemon to the Bug-type gym leader. You think bug types are easy until you fight this team of absolute monsters. Everything he has is just built to sweep you, and he does it very well. Truth be told, I made a very critical flaw there. I did not EV train my team, so their stats were lower than they could have been. I didn't think I would need to, but clearly I was wrong. The bug type gym was just too much for me. I decided to pivot focus to the electric gym. I had a lot of ground types and other things that resist electric, so I figured I had a pretty good shot at this one. I decided on the squad of Meat the Flygon, Woe the Mamoswine, Bull the Golem, Eyes the Hydreigon, Kevin the Mega Ampharos, and Murderer the Gumshoes. I set up my movesets. I EV trained. I got the best items I could get, and I went to face the electric gym. I led Bull and they led Tapu Koko. I expected this, and I had Sturdy on Bull, allowing me to live their Grass Knot and one-shot them with Earthquake. Bull goes down to the Rotom Frost that came next. I would make sure that that sacrifice was not in vain. I went into Murderer and used Yawn before they went down as well. 2 Pokemon down on my side, but putting the Rotom to sleep puts me in an incredible position. I go into Eyes, use Nasty Plot to boost special attack, and Flamethrower destroys Rotom Frost. But then something very weird and very unexpected happened. Their Alolan Raichu one-shots Eyes with Rising Voltage. Now, my Hydreigon was a max HP EV trained. I ran the calculations, that never kills. Not in a million years, no matter what item that Raichu has, would that have killed Hydreigon. I made the executive decision that after the battle was over, Eyes was still alive. That was a bug or something, I have no idea. But regardless, it made the current battle much more difficult. I went into Woe, one-shot the Raichu, and then I Ice Fanged the Electros that came next. I swapped Woe into Kevin, tried to Mega Evolve, and due to a bug in Pixelmon at the time of recording this, my Mega Evolution didn't work. Kevin managed to take out Electros, but then the gym leader Mega Evolves their Ampharos and one-shots Kevin with Focus Blast. Cool. I went into Meat, clicked Earthquake, and then the Mega Ampharos one-shots Meat with Dragon Pulse. All I had left was my 25% Mamoswine and a Dream. I took out Ampharos with Ice Shard, but then comes Zera Aura. Things looked very bad, but the Zera Aura used Quick Attack, Woe lived the hit, one-shotted with Earthquake, and defeated the electric type gym. Despite the glitched Mega, despite getting one-shot by a move that should never kill, I beat a gym and won a gym badge. The only 2 survivors were Woe the Mamoswine and technically Eyes the Hydreigon. But honestly, I'll take it. After what I went through with that bug gym, getting a badge at all felt so rewarding. I wasted no time and got another full team set up. I had nicknamed the Sawsbuck, Flower the Blossom, 120 base speed the Luxray, Eyes question mark the Magnezone, Group Chat the Ferrothorn, and Big Bofa the Cryogonal. This was my squad for the water type gym. A bunch of grass and electric types and a Cryogonal with freeze dry. I approached the water gym, and fun fact, I cannot read. See right there where it says double battle? Yeah, I did not read that. I went in expecting a single battle with single battle strats and do a double battle versus a rain team with a Mega Swamperts. I don't think I even need to explain what happened here. 6 more Mons in the death box. I then spent many hours off stream EV training every Pokemon that I had caught and getting every held item and TM that I could get my hands on. I had no more encounters, just a bunch of Pokemon and a dream. The next gym that I wanted to attempt was the Poison type gym. I had a squad of Dink Donk the Bronzong, me IRL the Metagross, Woe the Mamoswine, Yukonlos the Hisuian Avalugg, Freak the Mega Gallade, because I did not realize that Megas didn't work at this point, and Barry the Claydol. I led Dink Donk, Hypnosis the Clodsire, and then set up my Stealth Rocks. Now, any Pokemon they send in from here on out would take damage, which is very helpful. I spammed Extra Sensory and took out Clodsire, and the gym leader sent out Nidoking. I put it to sleep, went Freak, and immediately got punished for Megas not working and got one-shot by Nidoking. Okay, at this point losses were expected, so it's fine. I went Woe and blew that Nidoking away with a Choice Scarfed Earthquake. I had to sack a Dink Donk against the Fire Blasting Galarian Weezing, but Barry came in, flinched it out, boom, Weezing down 2. Things were looking very good, but then they went Beedrill. Must be nice to have access to Mega Beedrill. Barry got off huge damage before going down, and then Yukonlos took out Beedrill with Ice Shard. Yukonlos then one-shot Galarian Slowking with a Strong Jaw boosted Crunch, and then I safely went into me IRL against Toxapex, took it out and won my second badge with only 3 deaths. Honestly, you'd usually want 0 deaths, but this was a new personal record. This was amazing. The next gym that I felt I had the highest chance of beating was the Steel gym. I had tons of good fighting types, ground types, fire types, and I put together a sick team. Pancake the Hariyama, Larry the Volcarona, Coconut Cake the Ursaluna, Feet Picks the Medicham that was holding a Megastone because I still didn't know what was going on, and then a Hippowdon that I forgot to name, and Alexa the Rotom Heat. I led Pancake into the Steel Gym Leader's Excadrill, faked it out turn 1, and then blew it away turn 2 with close combat. But then they sent out Kartana and Ultra Beast, meaning every kill that it gets would boost its best stat. By all means, it could sweep me here. It took out Pancake with a critical hit and got an attack boost. But they could not hit Alexa, which allowed me to take out Kartana with only 1 loss. They went into Heatran next, which used Power Gem and killed Alexa. Just saying, Heatran does not get Power Gem until Gen 9, and it was not released in Gen 9 as of me recording, so I had no reason to expect that. Regardless, I lost my Rotom, which is very sad because it is very versatile, but against these gyms, it's kind of expected. I went into Feet Picks and once again tried to Mega, which once again did not work. But even my non-Mega Feet Picks were able to take out Heatran. I swapped into Hippowdon against the Magnezone that came next, and then I yawned it, and then I used Slack Off to heal. Once Magnezone was asleep, I made an ambitious play and went into Larry to set up Quiver Dance. I got everything set up, and I forgot Magnezone would have Sturdy, and I lost Larry. Volcarona is way too good of a Pokemon to have thrown away like that, and honestly, it was entirely my fault. The gym leader's Mega Aggron came next, and with one of the most painful deaths yet, they took out Coconut Cake. My Guts Ursaluna was dead. Ursaluna is one of my favorite Pokemon, and they didn't even get to prosper. The Aggron took out Feet Picks next, and all I had was Hippowdon. Things were looking bad. Hippowdon took out Aggron and Magnezone, but then there was a Corviknight, a flying steel type that was using iron defense, so my Ice Fang was doing no damage. I spammed Slack Off and Ice Fang and everything for so many turns, and it just seemed hopeless. The only way that I could possibly win is if I predict an unpredictable roost and get a critical hit Earthquake when they're not flying type. The odds of that are astronomically low, so low that it would just never happen. Unless... Roost! The Crit Earthquake! Oh, I won! Hippowdon clutched it out and secured my 3rd gym badge. But that was actually my last gym badge. I tried so many other gyms with the best Pokemon I could possibly put together, and not a single one of them was a victory. I lost everything. I threw every last Pokemon at these gyms, including a shiny Squirtle that I found at the normal gym, but nothing worked. Even Woe, the manless one that defeated 2 gyms, went down. And that's that. That is how I lost my Pixelmon Nuzlocke, and it wasn't even close. If you're up for a challenge or just want to have fun at a cool Pixelmon server, join Anubis MC, the Oasis realm, because that's what I'm on, and maybe make a house near mine. I plan to play the server a bit in my free time, so I'll be able to check out what y'all build and stuff. It'll be neat. Thanks again to Anubis MC for sponsoring this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.